Guys, welcome back to the Satan and Sons channel. Today I want to answer a question that a lot of you have had. I've seen comments on this, a lot of people have emailed me directly. I want to answer the question on how do I start building a connection with Mammon. Like I've said in other videos, when you want to start building a connection with the Dark Lord, the best thing to do is to read about them. We actually have an encyclopedia post on Mammon and on our Demons and Demonolatry site, where we actually cover our coven notes on Lord Mammon and different offerings that he likes. So all of our coven notes can actually be found on our site, demonsanddemonolatry.com, which will give you a complete overview of our coven's work with Lord Mammon and the notes that we've assembled on him. So that's really exciting. You can go there to start researching and learning about him. Mammon is a demon who wants to help you build empires. He's not a demon who is going to take it easy on you, and he's not a demon that's just going to give you things. A lot of people don't understand that when you are working with Mammon, he is going to test you. He is going to push you, and he is going to shape you and change you. Mammon is very big on mindset, and he's very big on breaking down all the obstacles that are in your own mind. One of the biggest obstacles we all have when it comes to success is the fact that our minds block us. We think we can't do something. We think we can't go the distance. We think we actually are incapable of attaining the success we want. We may want the success, but we actually sabotage ourselves because we think we're incapable of it. If you did not have a limiting mindset, you would already have the wealth and the manifestations that you're looking for. You'd already have it all. This is one thing that Mammon does when he comes in to work with us. He breaks us. He breaks the mindset. He breaks the limiting beliefs. He breaks down everything that's preventing us from attaining success. He motivates us too. He motivates us to take action, and he motivates us to go the distance. I can tell you, I've had the most incredible things manifest from working with him, but it has included work on my end. I had to actually be in a position where I could receive the knowledge and information that he gave me. So you really want to be prepared for this. If you are looking for money, if you are looking for a simple goal, if you are looking just to have a career change, I don't recommend working with Mammon, for the simple fact is he is such an empire-driven demon. And what I mean by that is he wants to help you build empires. He wants to work with those that are committed, driven, that are going to work 18-hour days, that are going to put in the time, effort, and dedication to make their dreams come true. He wants to work with people who want to build grand visions. He doesn't want to help people just to manifest some extra money. That's not what Mammon is about. There's plenty of other demons that will help with that. Mammon, when you start working with him, he is going to shatter your world. So people ask me all the time, how do I start working with him? If you first ask yourself if this is what you really want. Are you prepared to put in the time? Are you prepared to put in the study? Are you prepared to do what he says to do? Sometimes the things he asks is incredibly terrifying. He has told me to do things that has left me shaking. Nothing illegal. He's never made me do anything illegal. But they are actions that are so outside of my character that I'm terrified to do them. Of course, when I do, everything works out because he had it covered, but he still wants me to do those actions. I still have to be willing to do it. If I don't take the action, if I don't listen to him, he's not going to be able to align the world to help me get what I want. So that's one thing you really want to consider when you are working with Mammon is, do you actually want to work with Mammon? Like I said, if you're looking to build a business, if you're looking to build, an investing portfolio, if you're looking to actually build an empire, then you definitely want to work with Mammon. If you just want some extra money, if you want a career change, if you want, to just help get out of debt, Mammon can help with those things. He can help get out of debt, but it's going to be bigger dreams, bigger goals. There are other demons that can help with manifesting those smaller dreams though. Mammon is about getting massive and insane results. He is about shifting the world. He is about basically shaping you into a manifesting prosperity machine. He wants you to be able to go forward with the tools, the techniques, and the talent to get what you want. He also wants you to work hard. Mammon is not a demon where you can just sit on the sidelines and let him do all the work. That is not how Mammon works at all. Mammon wants you to work, and he wants you to work hard. There are times where I have worked repeatedly 18-hour days in a row, and that is just accomplishing the tasks that he wants me to. Yes, I have been greatly rewarded for it. I'm building my empire. I have gone on dream vacations. I really have manifested so much of what I desire, but I've worked for it. And a lot of that comes from breaking down my own mindset and making sure that I actually am in a position to receive what he's giving me. So, Mammon, yes. That being said, if you still say, yes, Mammon is a demon I want to work with, then what you need to do is you need to research him. You need to get a game plan. Mammon likes commitment. He likes focus. So being focused, being willing to sit in the ritual space and focus on what you want, being able to sit with him and communicate with him and create the sacred space necessary to make him comfortable. Mammon likes gold. Someone asked in the comments section, if I had gold, why would I need to work with Mammon? Well, if you only have one piece of gold, if you give it to Mammon, he can show you how to make more gold. So, and it's also showing your commitment. If Mammon asks you for gold, you have nothing, figuring out how to get the gold so that he can show you how to manifest more. These are all little things that he does to help push you outside of your comfort zone and help push you into the unknown so that you can break down your barriers and start manifesting what it is that you desire. So once you've decided you want to work with him and you've researched about him, you have kind of a list of things that you know you're going to offer him, you want to set up your altar. I like to have candles. I like to have crystals. I like to have gold. I like to have agar wood or oud as an offering for him. You can burn agar wood incense, or you can get agar wood as an essential oil and put it in a diffuser. I like to offer that. I like to also offer objects of value. Beautiful jewelry boxes, jewels, gems, things that will create a space of luxury, that will create an atmosphere of wealth. I want to show Mammon that I'm absolutely 100% serious in working with him and connecting with him. So once you do that, you need to make sure that your mind is focused. You need to make sure that you are committed to the ritual space, and you need to make sure that you can give Mammon the attention that he wants. When working with Mammon, he does command and demand a great deal of attention. He wants you to hear his words, and he wants you to know that you are going to take the action that he lays out for you. He wants to develop a plan with you. It'll be a really good plan, trust me. I am amazed at the stuff that's manifested from working with him, like absolutely amazed. It's always a phenomenal and spectacular plan, but he wants to make sure that you can actually hear the plan. So you're going to want to take some time before you connect with him to make sure you can actually connect with him, to develop your communication foundation, to know that you can interact with Mammon when he's there. One of the things, when you're working with a demon, you need to be open to a certain degree. You actually have to have your psychic senses attuned to them, which is why I recommend enchanting and candle gazing. So what you do is you chant Mammon's N many, many times, 100,000 repetitions, 500,000 repetitions, as many repetitions as it takes for you to vibrationally attune yourself to him. Then gaze at his sigil in candlelight. Just gaze at the sigil. As you're gazing at the sigil, your body is absorbing his vibrations and you're becoming attuned to him. Also, if you have spirit companions or spirit guides, practice hearing them. Practice hearing and connecting with them so that you can actually communicate with Mammon when he arrives. Once you know that you're in the right space to hear him and that you have developed your skills enough so that you can interact with him, you'll want to assemble your altar and you will want to do a ritual calling him. With Mammon, I always use the utmost of respect in my rituals. I'm very polite, I'm very courteous in the beginning. when Mammon was destroying my life, I wasn't so courteous and polite. I actually have sworn at him a few times, which at this point of the game he finds it funny because he knows I'm actually doing what he wants me to. But yeah, it's still because of the shifts and because of how my life is shifting to get what I want. Some of those moments are pretty like terrifying. Like I kind of attribute it to like you're driving on a dirt road and you have to go over this rickety old bridge, and Mammon's like, yeah, the bridge is fine, it'll be great, and you're like, are you kidding me? And this bridge looks like it's about to fall over, and it's over a cliff, so you're driving the car over and a bridge is holding, but you're still driving the car over, and you look down and there's like this gorge, and you're like, oh F you, Mammon, why did you make me do this? And then you get to the other side and it's all fine, and then you have a good laugh about it, but you still have to go across the bridge in order to get to the other side, in order to get your treasure. So be prepared for that when working with Mammon. It's fun times. I love it. I love it, but I'm a bit crazy. You can ask any of my coven. I'm a bit crazy. The good crazy. The fun crazy. The working with Mammon, I don't mind driving across the rickety bridge crazy. It's still a good time. So once you set up the altar space. So you want to set up the altar space, you're tuned to Mammon, you know you can communicate with him. What you want to do is you want to sit down and you want to meditate. You want to meditate and you want to invite him into your sacred space. You want to be courteous and polite when he shows up. And I like to also offer him some tea. So I usually have very expensive tea. I buy from a place called 05. I'm not this is not a paid advertisement in any way. I just love that place so much. It's in West Vancouver. It's called, not West Vancouver, Kerrisdale. Is it West Vancouver? It's not West Vancouver. It's like Vancouver, but a little bit more west. So not exactly West Vancouver, but between West Vancouver and Vancouver. It's a place called Kerrisdale, and there's a tea shop there called 05, and they make the best tea I've ever had, and some of their tea is incredibly expensive, but it's so good, and they have like special rituals to prepare it, and there's special temperature, like you have to get your tea at a certain temperature so you don't burn it, and it's just phenomenal. It's a whole ritual experience. So I usually make Mammon a cup of tea from 05, and I make sure that I use the correct water temperature. I make sure I use filtered water, and I will offer it to him during the ritual so that he knows, I'm honoring him in his presence. So, I do little things like that. I think about these things. It's like, what would a demon of wealth and abundance want? Well, really expensive tea prepared in a really ritualistic fashion that involves really specific measurements, temperatures, and everything to work. So, think about things like that. Think about, I am creating a space of wealth and abundance because I want to invite a demon of wealth and abundance to come and join me and teach me about wealth and abundance. So how can I actually define this space so that it makes sense? So that it makes sense for that. So I will offer him a cup of tea when he arrives, and then I will sit down and we will chat. We will have a conversation. We will connect. We will engage in discussion, and he'll tell me exactly what I need to do. He's very, very smart, and he's got so much knowledge. Like, he can tell you things about everything, like investing, taxes, building a business, setting up different structures, setting up all these different things. Like, he is about building empires. You are not going to be able to get all this information though right off the bat. So he's going to give you different books to read and different resources that you need to acquire, that you need to start building your foundation with. When I first connected with Mammon, he basically just gave me a reading list. He's like, you need to read these books because you need to actually have a foundation to understand what I'm about to teach you. If you don't have that foundation, he's not going to be able to teach you. So that is the base of it. And then once you have that foundation, once you're communicating with him, you're going to do the task, he's going to tell you what to do next. You're going to do the task, he's going to tell you what to do next. That's how it works, basically. That's how it works. Some people have asked me, how do I pact with Mammon? Pacts are a little bit different because pacts are a specific, like, they're, if I do this, this, and this, you'll give me this, this, and this. And then once the pact's over, or the contract's over, then you move on. What I like doing is I actually like connecting with them in this way. I like doing the rituals, and I like having this very specific meeting time where I will meet with them. So maybe like once a week on Monday, I will meet with Mammon from this time period in order to connect with him, in order to kind of update him on what I've done, get my next assignments, and he keeps me on track. So I prefer that method. I actually don't pact, although I know a lot of people like the structure of a pact, and I think it helps because a lot of people don't, like, I hear them very clearly. So when Mammon's connecting with me, I'm getting things. I know what I'm doing, and also I have my coven sister Alana, who I can bounce things off of. So I can be like, okay, Alana, Mammon told me this, this, and this. What did you get? So she can be like, okay, well, I heard this. So we can kind of bounce this knowledge back and forth. But with a pact, it's much more simple. It's like, okay, I'm going to do this, this, and this, and you are going to do this, this, and this. So it's a singular layer, which you can also make. You can make more pacts in the future. Like, you don't have to just, have one pact and then that's it. And pacts can be more detailed. They can be more structured. It depends on how you write them. But what a pact is, it actually gives you a written series of tasks that you have to do and a written series of things that you will get from them. One thing that I really like, though, about working with them is that sometimes things don't go according to plan. I mean, look at 2020. That was a whole year of not going according to plan. So what I like to do is, if something goes wrong, or if I can't do something, or if something messes up, I like to go back and sit with Mammon and be like, okay, this is what happened and I got stuck here. I need your help. So then Mammon will be like, all right, well, you need to do this, this, and this now to get out of that. So my working relationship with Mammon is very much, he communicates with me and he shows me things and he tells me when I need to take action. He's like, all right, I've shifted the energies to manifest this, to get what you want. Now you need to do this. You need to take action at this time and this will happen and you will get what you want. Like, he has actually said at times, it's like, all right, well, now you have to focus on this. You have to focus on this specifically, and you are going to manifest the sum of money that you need. And it's happened. We have had money literally just pour into our bank accounts. We have had money just literally appear. Like, we have had so much wealth and abundance from working with this demon. It's just absolutely phenomenal. And it's funny because, right now we are working at moving beyond what we've done. So we're working at getting to the next level. And so we're going through another series of being broken and learning to trust in what he says, learning to connect with him, learning to align our energies with him so that we can get this level of wealth we want. With Mammon, it's very much like he'll give me things. He's thrown things at me before. He's given me gifts. He's if I've really needed help. Like, I remember once I was this was a long time ago, before we started experiencing the success we had. I was struggling and I was really having a hard time grasping this new concept, and I had money just literally appear in my account. Like, it just actually appeared, and it was the exact amount that I needed. It was basically the exact amount that I needed to get me over the hump, and I knew it was Mammon. I knew it was Mammon saying, hey, I know you're working really hard and you're doing everything I say. Here, let me help you with this. So he does come through and he does help out. He always comes through. Even the times where it's been like really super challenging and really super hard, he's always been there and he's always walked with me and helped me, and it's always turned out. Every single time it's always turned out. I have never had like a time where I've looked back and been like, oh, I wish that didn't happen. No, everything that I've gone through with him has actually moved me and allowed me to progress to the next level. So it's all been incredibly beneficial and it's all been incredibly amazing. And I'm incredibly grateful to work with him. I mean, really, I call it taking the world with Mammon, because he's always there. I've developed a connection with him and a relationship with him over the past how old am I? 16 years, and it's just gotten better. Like, it has just improved so much. I look at the foundation that I came from. I look at how little I knew back then. Like, I knew absolutely nothing. And he basically aligned me with not only the resources I needed, but also the people I needed to help me. He put me in situations that challenged me, that tested me, that pushed me so far outside of my comfort zone. It was absolutely insane. And he just broke me in. And now it's like, I still have challenges, but I know that I'm going to overcome them. I know he's going to guide me through them, and I know he's going to help me. And it's just beautiful. It's just absolutely beautiful. So once you get into that flow of working with him, you're going to find that you're going to develop a rhythm of working with him. It's going to be something along the lines of you have a time where you connect with him. he will give you different tasks. You will complete those tasks. Then you come back the next week at the designated time, and you'll tell him, hey, I've done this, this, and this, and this. And he'll say, okay, well, and he will talk with him. He does talk with me about everything I do. So I sit down with him and I share it with him. I say, hey, this is what I've done. And he says, all right, well, this is my perspective on this. This is my perspective on this. And this is how you could have done this better. And this is a new perspective on this. So he actually does offer his feedback and his insight, and he tells me how to do things and how to progress. So then I go back and I do them. And it's funny because there's a mystical component to a lot of the things that Mammon does, because a lot of times he actually will say, do this, and I'll have no idea why. I'll have absolutely no idea why. And he says, because the energies are shifting and they're perfect. And that's when abundance appears. That's when wealth manifests. That's when I get what I want. I mean, seriously, I used to joke that I get everything I want. Like I want it and I get it. And Mammon has always delivered on everything. If I want something, I get it. I have to do the specific things that he wants me to, but I get it. So like even like physical stuff, like TVs, jewelry, even new couches. That was a very interesting thing. I actually got an entire couch set of like really nice Italian leather couches just delivered to me. It was fantastic. It was absolutely amazing. Jewelry. I've gotten jewelry. I've gotten computers. I always find the means to get the computers I want, the exact computers I want. TVs. My house. I live in, for those of you who don't know, I actually live in one of the most expensive cities in the world. Vancouver is not a cheap city, and being able to afford a house in this area is absolutely phenomenal. And he told me exactly when to buy, he told me exactly how to buy, he told me how to do it. So I was able to get my house, and I got a great deal on the house. Cars, we just bought a new truck because we needed a truck around the house. My husband has always wanted a truck forever. So I was able to actually pay it out with cash. It was fantastic. Like, there is so much that I have gotten from working with him, and it's because Mammon has shown me exactly how to maneuver the world, exactly how to maneuver my energies, and exactly how to shift everything to get what I want. He's incredibly brilliant. He's incredibly challenging to work with, but the lessons that he teaches are absolutely amazing, and he will test you. He will test you in every sense of the word. So that's basically what I do. I have a very specific altar I set up for my work with him. I connect with him at a specific time, and I receive the next set of tasks and share with him what I've done, and then we talk about it. And he shares his insight, and he tells me very specific things I have to do. And some of these things, it's amazing what happens. Like I said in another video, 0% interest on a international property. So, that type of stuff. And that one's pretty hard to chop up to luck. I know some people, they like to challenge me, well, some of this stuff just sounds like luck. It's like, yeah, well, then I'm the luckiest person in the world because this happens daily, and also some of the stuff is absolutely astronomical. It's absolutely incredible. Even my last trip to Disneyland, we stayed at the Disneyland Hotel. We had, VIP passes and everything. It was just, we had an all-inclusive aspect to it, so it was fantastic. It was just absolutely fantastic. And it's all because of working with Mammon and listening to his lessons and following his guidance. Yeah, he's absolutely wonderful to work with. So I've rambled on about Mammon. I probably could talk about him forever. I'm going to end this video here. Thank you so much. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe, and push the little bell button so that you will get notified when future videos are coming. If you have any questions or suggestions, please drop me a comment below in the comments section. I do read them, and I might feature your question in a future video. Until next time, though, guys, I hope you have a fantastic week. Bye!